Are you tired of working hard every month only to see your bank account barely grow? What if I told you there's a way to earn money from real estate without owning a single property or dealing with tenants, repairs, or leases? That's right. Today, we're diving into 5 REIT ETFs that can pay you rent money every single month. You could potentially watch your income grow just by investing, and the best part? You don't need to be a millionaire to start. Stick around till the end because one of these ETFs might just surprise you with how accessible it is to everyday investors like you and me.
Hi there. Before we dive in, please take a moment to read the full disclaimer on the screen.
First, let's quickly understand what a REIT ETF is. A REIT stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. These are companies that own, manage, or finance income-generating real estate, like apartments, offices, malls, warehouses, and even cell towers. Now, instead of buying a single property, which requires a ton of money, you can buy shares in a REIT ETF. An ETF, or exchange-traded fund, is like a basket that holds multiple REITs together. This means you're spreading your risk across multiple properties while earning a share of the rent income. Why is this powerful? Because many REITs are required by law to pay out at least 90% of their taxable income as dividends. That means money coming in every month or quarter, often more regularly than most traditional stocks. Some of these REIT ETFs even pay monthly, making them perfect for investors who want consistent cash flow. Before we jump into the list, think about this. If you could get $500, $1,000, or even $2,000 extra every month just by holding some shares, how would that change your life? Would you reinvest it, use it to pay off debt, or maybe finally start that side hustle you've been dreaming about? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to see what you'd do with extra monthly cash. Now, let's look at the first ETF that pays rent money almost like clockwork. It's called Realty Income Corporation ETF, sometimes referred to as the Monthly Dividend Company. This is not just a catchy nickname. Realty Income has a long track record of paying dividends every single month for decades. They focus on commercial properties leased to well-known tenants, meaning the rent keeps flowing even during uncertain times. What makes this ETF special is its consistency. It's perfect if you're looking for reliable income without a lot of guesswork. But here's a question for you. Would you rather have a smaller, safer, consistent income or risk a little more for the chance of higher dividends? Think about it and drop your thoughts in the comments. It's always interesting to see what kind of investor mindset people have. Moving on to number 2, we have Vanguard Real Estate ETF, or VNQ. This one is a giant in the REIT world because it holds a diverse mix of different real estate types: office buildings, industrial warehouses, residential complexes, shopping centers, and more. The beauty of this ETF is its diversity. Even if one sector slows down, other sectors might pick up the slack, helping you maintain a more stable income. Vanguard is also known for low fees, which is important because the less you pay in fees, the more of your rent money actually stays in your pocket. Here's something to ponder. How much of a role do fees play in your investment decisions? Are you more likely to pick an ETF just because it has a high dividend, or does the cost of managing it influence you? Share your thoughts below. It's fascinating to see how people weigh risk versus cost. Number 3 on our list is iShares, U.S. Real Estate ETF, ticker symbol IYR. This ETF is another popular choice for monthly income because it offers exposure to some of the biggest real estate companies in the U.S. It's a little more aggressive than VNQ because it has more concentration in office and commercial properties, which means the dividends can fluctuate. But if you're okay with slight ups and downs, this could be a solid option. Plus, its dividend yield is attractive compared to many other traditional investments. Here's a fun question. If you could choose, would you rather invest in commercial properties like office buildings or residential spaces like apartments? Which do you think would give you more reliable monthly income? Drop your answers in the comments section and let's see what everyone thinks. Number 4 is Global X Super Dividend REIT ETF, ticker symbol SRET. Now this one is slightly different because it focuses on high-yield REITs. It's for investors who want higher monthly payouts but are okay with a little more risk. SRET invests in global real estate, which means you're not limited to just U.S. properties. Sometimes, higher yields come from properties in riskier markets, but many investors love it because the monthly dividends can be quite impressive. Here's a thought-provoking question. If you could pick one ETF to generate extra income for a side hustle or supplement your salary, would you choose a higher risk, higher reward option like SRET, or stick to the safer options? Comment your strategy. I'd love to see what approach you take toward income investing. Finally, number 5 is SPDR Dow Jones REIT ETF, or RWR. This ETF mirrors the Dow Jones U.S. Select REIT Index, which means it includes some of the biggest, most stable REITs out there. RWR is a great choice if you want steady, predictable income from well-established real estate companies. It might not have the flashiest high dividend, but stability counts for a lot, especially if you're counting on this income for bills or living expenses. Now, before we continue, I want to ask you, are you the type of investor who wants fast returns, or do you prefer slow and steady income that grows over time? Take a second to think about it, and leave your answer in the comments. It's always interesting to see how people balance short-term gains with long-term financial security. So now that we've gone through these 5 REIT ETFs, you might be wondering, how do you actually start investing in them? The good news is, it's easier than ever. Most of these ETFs are available through regular brokerage accounts, and you don't need thousands of dollars to start. Even a few $100s a month could grow into a meaningful monthly income over time. The power here is compounding. Reinvesting your dividends can make your money grow even faster, like planting seeds that keep producing fruit year after year. One key thing to remember: like any investment, REIT ETFs come with risks. Property values can fluctuate, tenants can default, and economic downturns can affect income. But by diversifying across multiple REITs within an ETF, you're spreading that risk. And the best part? Even during downturns, many of these REITs still pay monthly dividends because the law requires them to distribute most of their income. Here's a question I want you to think about. If you could design your perfect monthly income portfolio, what mix of ETFs, REITs, and other investments would you include? Would you go super safe, super risky, or somewhere in the middle? Drop your ideas in the comment section. I read all replies, and it's fascinating to see everyone's approach to building passive income. Before we wrap up, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video for more amazing content. It helps the channel grow and allows me to bring more financial tips that can really change your life. And if you like, you can also turn on notifications so you never miss videos like this. To summarize, we covered 5 REIT ETFs that can potentially pay you rent money every month. Realty Income ETF for consistency, Vanguard Real Estate ETF for diversity and low fees, iShares, U.S. Real Estate ETF for exposure to big players, Global X Super Dividend REIT ETF for higher yields, and SPDR Dow Jones REIT ETF for stability. Each one has its pros and cons depending on your goals, risk tolerance, and how much monthly cash flow you're looking for. Remember, the goal of investing in REIT ETFs is to create a passive income stream that grows over time. Whether it's a side income, supplemental income, or eventually replacing your main source of income, consistent dividends can be a game changer. Here's a final thought for you. If you were to start with just one of these ETFs today, which one would it be and why? Drop your answers in the comment section. I'm really curious to see what catches your eye and why. Sometimes, the conversation in the comments can give you new perspectives on what might work best for you. And that's it. Now you know 5 REIT ETFs that could literally pay you rent every single month. Remember, the key is to do your research, diversify, and be consistent. Even small investments can grow into significant monthly income over time. So what are you waiting for? Go check these ETFs out. Think about your own monthly income goals and start building your passive income today. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. Your future self will thank you for it.